Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this July 31st, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Monday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Monday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, excuse me. In today's video, we're going to talk about your forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, take a look at the Watches Warning Advisory map. Also, take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview. And also the storm report that came in today. And also take a look at the tropics, as we got two little features here in the tropical Atlantic. If you would not mind, watch the entire video all the way through, and you'll get a chance to see my forecast all the way through. Also, if you'd like to check out my earlier forecast I did, I'd go into a little bit more detail on the tropics. So if you want to check that out, you're welcome to check it out. Okay, well, I just want to let everybody know I went to the doctor this afternoon. The doctor found out that I have a bad case of arthritis in my left knee. That's why I'm not able to walk around that well. He said I got a little bit in my right leg as well, but not as bad as I do in the left side. I got to go later this week to take an x-ray of my hip and my left leg and see how bad the arthritis is, and see if there's any more, see what else is maybe damaged in my left leg as well. So if everybody can say a prayer for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. So just want to let everybody know that I was diagnosed, I think it's with osteoarthritis. That's the crippling kind of arthritis. That's the worst arthritis there is. That's what the doctor think I got, but he gonna want to make sure to check the x-rays and see. So it's some kind of arthritis going on in my leg. He said he thinks it's arthritis, you know, that osteoarthritis, or it could be rheumatoid arthritis. So it's one of the two. But he said as soon as I take the x-ray, they look at it. Next Monday, I should know a little bit more. Plus, they took some blood work from me as well. So they're going to check that out as well and see if everything is functioning right in my body. So if everybody can say a prayer for me, I greatly appreciate it. But I just wanted to let everybody know that. Just everybody keep me in prayer, because this here arthritis is no fun. And if you have not got it, later on down the road, most people will get it. And it's not fun at all to have. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. We're gonna jump into your forecast now. As you can see, we got quiet conditions around Quebec, Canada, down from Montreal, Toronto, Canada, all the way over toward Maine, Boston, New York, Philadelphia area, portion of New York State, through portion of eastern Pennsylvania, through Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, portion of Tennessee, in the Chicago, Illinois area, and also over toward Wisconsin. Also over a portion of southeast Canada as well. Also across central Canada, and also back toward the southwestern portion around Vancouver. Also around Seattle, Washington, back to portion of Montana, Idaho, Oregon, through San Francisco, Los Angeles. Also down into central and southern portion of Gulf of California. Central and southern portions, northern and central portions of Mexico as well. And also over towards Houston and Dallas, Oklahoma City, Kansas, back over toward Mississippi, over toward Atlanta, Georgia, and eastern Tennessee. Dry conditions expected. Got some showers and storms over portions of Louisiana, just east of Houston. Also some down in northern Mexico, right along the Texas, New Mexico, and Mexico border, through New Mexico, Arizona, also in the northern portion of Gulf of California, through California, Nevada, back over toward Wyoming, also right along the southern portions of Canada. There as well, right on portion of Montana, North Dakota, Montana, over to Iowa, back into Missouri, portion of Tennessee, northern Alabama, and Mississippi. And also over here in portion of Cuba, over to Miami, Florida, through Georgia, just east of Atlanta, through South Carolina, back over to North Carolina, portion of Virginia, up toward Washington, D.C. area as well, with showers and storms for your Tuesday. All right. Here's a look at your Wednesday forecast. We got quiet conditions expected from Quebec, Canada, all the way down towards Montreal and Toronto, Canada. Also over toward Maine, through Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., through the eastern Carolinas there as well. all the way back through Ohio, just southern Michigan, also toward Wisconsin, Minnesota, North and South Dakota. Also southern Canada, southwest Canada, around Vancouver, across northern Montana, North and South Dakota. Also through Seattle, Washington, through San Francisco, Los Angeles, Gulf of California, over toward portions of Arizona there as well. Northern and central Mexico, toward Dallas and Houston area, toward Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, and portions of the Panhandle of Florida as well. Alright, we got showers and storms over portions of northern Mexico through New Mexico up toward Denver, Colorado, back through Utah, all the way back over to California, back into Nevada, back at Idaho, Montana, back into Nebraska and Kansas, Iowa, all the way in toward Chicago, Illinois, back down toward the Atlanta, Georgia area. Also Columbia, South Carolina, Greenville, Spartanburg, up toward Raleigh, just west of Raleigh, Durham, back over toward Hickory, North Carolina, all the way down into the Gulf of Mexico, and also the Atlantic side there around Miami, Florida, down to the Florida Keys as well. Over here around Denver, Colorado, some flash flooding and heavy rain is possible in that region for your Wednesday. Alright, let's move on to the weather radar across the nation. You can see here we got showers and storms scattered about through southern Canada, over toward Maine, back in the portion of Vermont, New Hampshire, back into New York State, also over toward northern Michigan, more as well. Also more widespread showers and storms offshore the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Scattered activity down in the, just off the southeast coast, and scattered activity around the Bahamas, a portion of Kansas, also more back over here, portion of Montana, Idaho, through Wyoming, through Colorado, also into Utah, and also into Nevada, Southern California, also into Arizona, New Mexico, West Texas, Northern Mexico, over here in the Pacific Ocean, just west of the Gulf of California. Guam radar currently looks good. Southwest Alaska got some scattered showers for you guys, and some scattered showers around the Hawaiian chain island there as well. Alright, let's move on to the watching, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. Okay, as you can see, we got flood advisories up here in portions of the Washington, D.C. area, and also toward Delaware, New Hampshire, Delaware, and Baltimore region. We got some special weather statements, severe weather over portions of North Carolina. Also got some special marine warning along the Gulf. Let's see, the Grand Strand region of South Carolina. Also some coastal flood advisories here as well for portions of South Carolina. Some more coastal marine warnings for eastern Florida. Also, we got special heat advisories for portions of southern Georgia, the Panhandle of Florida, much of Mississippi, much of Arkansas, southwestern portion of Missouri, much of Kansas, also Oklahoma, portions of Texas. Also got sets of heat warnings also in effect here as well for a portion of Mississippi, much of Louisiana, much of Texas, also portions of Arkansas, and also portions of Oklahoma and southern and western and southwestern portions of Missouri. Air quality alerts up here in portion of Michigan, also down in southwestern Arizona, southern California, portion of Oregon, and western Montana. We got flood watches in effect for portions of Colorado and Wyoming there as well. We got a severe thunderstorm warning, special weather statements also in South Dakota, Wyoming as well. Flash flood advisory, flood advisory for portion of Nevada. Flash flood warning in effect for northwestern Arizona. And also got some red flag warnings for portions of Idaho and western Montana. Alright, special weather statement for central Alaska. Also we got some coastal flood, coastal flood statement for all the Hawaiian chain island. Central and south got some gale warnings there as well. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center overview. As you can see here, got scattered activity over here in from portions of Colorado, Wyoming, down to the Mexico-Texas border, all the way into the port of California. some down here in Louisiana, over here in the East Coast, from portions of Virginia down through Florida, also into western North Carolina, a little bit in the Northeast, from Maine back into portions of Pennsylvania, also Michigan there as well. All right. Effective outlook, marginal risk in portion of Arizona, from Colorado to the Dakotas, Louisiana, from Florida all the way to Virginia, through the Carolinas as well. Watches, none in effect. MDS discussion. Watch unlikely, but could be some severe weather possible in portion of North Dakota. Storm report, currently as of this recording, we had 6 tornado reports. Generally was up here in portion of New York State, portion of Ohio, and also down in the Florida. All right, wind report, 19, 0 was large. They generally took place in North Florida, portion of Louisiana, southeast that is, central North Carolina, northern North Carolina as well. All right, hail report had 1. That was over here in Arizona. So that brought the total number to 26. I would not be surprised to see these numbers may increase through the evening hours and afternoon hours as well. All right, fire weather. We still got an elevated risk over here in Nevada and portions of Idaho as well, and also southeastern portions of Oregon, and also portions of California there as well. All right, and finally we're going to wrap it. Up with the okay, let's take a look at this one right here. Western, this is 97L. Shower and thunderstorm activity continues is associated with a gale force low pressure system located over the western Atlantic, several hundred miles south of Nova Scotia. However, recent satellite data indicate that the low is attached to a frontal boundaries and is forecast to move quickly toward the east-northeast at about 30-35 miles per hour, reaching the colder water by the night. As a result, the likelihood of a tropical storm is diminishing. Additional forecasts can be found under gale warnings and also high seas forecasts issued by the National Weather Service, and it only has a 10% chance of development through the next 48 hours and also the next 7 days. This one here, which was expected to become Tropical Storm Emily sometime later this week. Central Tropical Atlantic, this is 96L. Shower and thunderstorm associated with an area of low pressure located about 650 miles northeast of the northern Leeward Islands, has become less organized since last night. However, the system is producing a small area of gale force winds well to the east of the center. Environmental conditions still appear somewhat conducive for a tropical depression or tropical storm to form during the next few days while it moves to the northwest, northwestward, and then northward at about 10 to 15 miles per hour to central tropical Atlantic. Like I said, additional information, you can check out your local National Weather Service office on gale warnings and other information on that system. Also, formation chance through 48 hours is medium, 60%. Formation chance through the next 7 days, high, 70%. All right. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Everybody continue to stay safe and well. Enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing. And we'll catch you back in the next one. And have a great Monday evening, everyone. And take care.